This has... I think that's less. I already forgot my own number. Three engines might be good enough for this purpose. Just... it... nah, we can fire this infinite amount of times, hopefully. In that case, it also scares me. Would I want more of this? You know what? Let's go crazy. Just in case. Maybe even more, but I don't know. We'll see. This seems like pretty much the same one, just less. It's more massive, and it costs less. Like it might be. Huh. I don't know about that engine. Also, we might reconsider that change, but there. We want over 9,000 meters per second at the very least, I think. Ah, I'm forgetting something. Parachutes. But only for the very first stage. In fact, since this stage will be this liquid fuel tank, propellant tank will be so massive that it will, even at this size, it will be 1.472 tons. It might even be beneficial to have a decoupler here that has cross feed and 1.7 there, and this will be perfect. Come on. Yes, there. How massive is that engine? It's 0.64 tons. Let's go with a more sizable one, maybe not that sizable, and we'll go with. I think it can stand like 40, maybe just 12 meters per second. Let's check how much it can stand. It can stand 10 meters per second, so I want some leeway. Does this craft mass also take into account that do we have to take into account the parachute's mass? 0.7. Let's round up. And since it's only 10 meters per second that it can withstand, I'll go with that touchdown speed there. The other stages, I don't think it would be very inefficient, at least, to try saving them. That one, I think I'll get my money back from that, I'm pretty sure. And we are all wrong in our staging there still. In fact, I would like these to fire at the same time as those. perfect. But still we have the question of how will we get over 9,004, preferably even 400 there. Delta V. We have a whole lot of sea level thrust to spare on this first stage there. But first of all, this stage it calls stage 1, but let's just call it top stage. How low would I? It doesn't really even increase my total delta V if I increase our the amount of propellant on this. It's really minuscule diminishing returns there. Well, since it's diminishing returns, that might be okay there for that stage. We'll put some more. Not that much. I don't want it to go under 1. This is, by the way, let's just check. It's stage 3 there. Let's not have it. 1.03. That's probably as low as I am willing to go. I could be very wrong about my design principles here, but let's see here. Just it doesn't add much cost into by having this be really ridiculously huge, this stage. But we can't really have it even bigger than 50 meters. It won't allow me. So we'll add some bottom width to it. It's almost 9,400 and we still have 1.52 sea level thrust at this stage. I'd prefer it to be lower, since we'll get all those inefficiencies from going too fast. It will create. We can't even have this massive of a rocket. Rewind, rewind, rewind. So let's think this through once more. I don't think we can really go much better than that. Maybe somebody could do it in 3 stages, but by the way, why are these black there? Shroud, the shroud. Why is it black? Let's see here. What kind of an engine would I want on this stage? And preemptively I'll put that on the cone thing. That engine was overkill already. Maybe we'll have it on this stage maybe as well, or I'd prefer it to be lower, that sea level thrust. That's just one thing that is still wrong with this. How would we get it lower? Maybe not this engine. It seems like just a bad idea. A really bad engine all around, I think. expensive, pretty massive, really low ISPs, one ignition, unthrottleable, costly. Why would I ever use this engine? In fact, why don't I just block it? And see here, I don't have any other things here. Permaprune. There. Go away, engine. I don't like you. LR 79. Also, this is more costly than even that one, but it has slightly different stats. Slightly. And these are just ridiculous overkill. How about this? It was the vacuum engine, though. I'm not sure. Maybe for that stage there. Let's see here. 7,878. 7,878. 8,206. That's much, much better. There. But what would I have on this stage here? If shall I just be inefficient and like that, and I'm not so sure about this one. Let's try to put these at their optimal ones. Maybe would I be able to save the engines from both of these stages? That's a big question as well. That's 3,149. I don't think that engine is going to survive from that high up. Will not have the parachute there. We'll have it on this stage instead. And I think that's correctly calibrated, as it used this engine's mass from before indeed. Sixth stage, it has decent thrust to weight. Let's see here. Let's put these on their optimal vacuum. Well, their optimal. What's the word I'm looking for? Delta V's. That's the RD. Are there any better engine types? By the way, if I had test flight, that would, we might also want to improve the engines. What's the word? Reliability. But we don't have that installed. I just don't know how it works. Maybe even though put less burn time on these than the rated burn time. They still had problems often. So I don't know what I did wrong, or if there's... I need at least some reliability. I need to know what I'm doing. So that's why I'm not using test flight. But I do have the dang it mod. That's another one that adds failures, but in a different manner, let's say. So where were we? This is the RD-105 and blah. We want it to be 3,160. That's pretty good. And this engine is the LR-105. I think that will have a... I still want to make sure it doesn't fall. By the way, what is this third stage here? It's this one. So that's why I shouldn't use this engine. Is there any better one that I might want to use? 49 in vacuum. Maybe just maybe the Gamma 2. Didn't we already try that though? The Gamma 2. And figure out that it was worse. Anyway, let's try with this Agena vacuum engine here. And I'm not quite sure about that ball there. Is it for those fairings or whatever? It seems just ridiculously high there. I don't understand that. 6,065. 6,065. Wait. Does it need a pressurized one? UDM. What's wrong? Oh, we are decoupling this in the wrong. This is worse, actually. 6,060. But not much worse, is it? 6,020 versus 6,065. It's not that much worse. I may actually prefer this engine over the other one. Let's see here. This doesn't have any alternative configurations, at least just yet. We want this to have 2,760 and the correct propellant as well. That would also be a decent idea. 2,760. There. Perfect. And 0.42. That's not good enough. Well, this won't be in really in atmosphere. Really not. Really. Would I still prefer to have this RD one though? 5,690 now. And what's the... But I don't know about that one. Thrust to weight 3.45 and 5,690. 5,690 versus 5,702 and thrust to weight ratio 0.98. Versus 0.98 versus 1.16. I was looking at the wrong thrust to weight ratio. I mean, it's not optimal either. How about... No, that one won't do at least. And that's... I'm not really seeing a really good engine of that. How about this Gamma 8? How about that one? 5,690, and this will have a whole lot more thrust, I think, if it was only the correct stage. 3.82. It's not that much worse. It's like 160 or whatever worse there, and so much more thrust to weight, which is actually meaningful since we are using these stages to get into orbit. I'd prefer that on that stage, and just put this one there. There. We actually have a skinnier next stage. Huh. There's some whatever graphical glitch there or something. This is Gamma 8. How much do we want to over-engineer this thing? It's got 9,721 meters per second already. It needs 2,000 and... Let's make sure our staging is correct, first of all. That fires these... That's not correct. Still... That goes off... That separates... That shouldn't separate. It will separate later. Much later. And these one will go off there. And then we should have this engine firing. After that, we'll have liftoff. No. We'll have that firing, and then we'll have all these ones going. And maybe we should have the correct decoupler Where's the correct decoupler? It's all the... Wait. That's the correct decoupler. But what decoupler is that one? Come on, show me what the decoupler is that one. It is that one. What? Okay. Then that one should fire off there, I think. These. Then that fires, that decouples, those fire, that last stage fires, and yes, it seems correct. Now then, I think this still should have the correct, yeah, pretty much correct one. That's the Gamma 8. 2650 we want there. 2600 and much less there. 2680 like that. Wait, like 50, but it's fine. LR 105 3090. And in fact, are these... Could I go with the not heavily pressurized ones? That's a fuselage. LR 105. Does it require... I don't see pressure fed anywhere. Is that LR 89? I don't see pressure fed. I can go with structural ones. Okay, let's see here. 6,000. Why is it only 6,000 and... Wait. That's not correct. Where's our mistake? The 5th stage has... It says very stable. Where... Show me the UI. Thank you very much. LR8, Gamma 8, AJ. Ah, both of these use that one. LR 105, 6,000. No, 3,090. 3,090. Like there. And then that doesn't really matter all that much. It's just this. It's just to get us off the launch pad pretty much, and to have that enough delta V to go over 9,400 where I would be comfortable. Now let's see here. Our sea level thrust is there. It's 2.1 there. No, there it is 1.15. Good enough. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. Actually, it kind of scares me. Actually, will we be going to? We might be hitting max Q at that point. There's that problem also. We'll have to do testing. 1.16. Let's go one more. 1.153 there. That one is 1.10. Good enough. Those are 1.08. I think that's the third one. 3.5. Oh, that's really good. And these, good. Phew. There we have a rocket. Fiery ball of junk. Let's see if it lives up to its name, how about? No, not yet. We have one more thing to do. Structural collapse. These ones, I think, are good enough for this. Let's have a 3. Why not? And they should be after our first engine fires. I often make that mistake of not having them correctly. How long did this take? An hour? Now let's see how much testing we'll do. That's too really powerful for what we are after, really. I'm trying to do some kind of a gravity turn. I'm not sure about the numbers, and I'm not sure I care about what's the most efficient one. Now, let's actually wait a little bit for that to happen. I'm not sure I like this one. How much did we lose? 620 from that one. That didn't feel right to me, let's just say. This is too... Can't I... Annoying. Why won't it let me? What is this T-tab, by the way, here? I don't know. What can we do to make sure this stays together? Not have as powerful of a first stage, that's one thing I could do. LR-105, can we even get off the launch pad using that one? It's got 0.77 sea level thrust, so the answer is no, we can't get off the... And it... Yes, we even had that problem where it said that it uses the same mixture, so no. 200 and... That's not enough, that one. I don't have the engine that I need for this task. Annoying! How about multiple engines that aren't as